The small intestine, your body's secret superhero. When you think of digestion, you probably imagine your stomach doing all the work, right? Churning, churning, churning. Well, it turns out your stomach is kind of a diva, a one-hit wonder. The real MVP of digestion, the unsung hero working tirelessly behind the scenes, is the small intestine. That's right, folks. Today we're taking a trip to the squirmiest amusement park in your body. Get ready to explore the wonders of the small intestine. We're talking nutrient absorption, enzyme action, and maybe even a little bit of bacterial breakdancing. Okay, maybe not that last part, but trust me, this is gonna be good. Picture this, a long twisty tube. I'm talking around 6 to 7 meters long in adults. That's longer than a giraffe is tall. All packed into your abdominal cavity like a slinky on steroids. And you thought parallel parking was tough. We call it small not because it's, well, short, but because of its diameter. It's much thinner than the large intestine, even though it's way, way longer. Think of it like this. If the large intestine is a garden hose, the small intestine is a drinking straw. But don't let the size fool you. This straw packs a punch when it comes to digestion. Okay, so we've got this super long, super important tube. Where does it even go? The small intestine sits right in the middle of your digestive tract, nestled snugly between your stomach and your large intestine. Think of it as the VIP lounge where food gets fully broken down and absorbed. After you chow down on that delicious meal, your stomach churns it up and turns it into a semi-liquid slush called chyme. Not the most appetizing word, I know, but stay with me. This chyme is like the VIP guest, and the small intestine rolls out the red carpet, ready to extract all the good stuff. Now for the main event. After your stomach turns your food into that delightful chyme, the mixture enters the small intestine. And this is where the real magic happens. Remember all those enzymes you learned about in biology class? They're like tiny chefs, chopping up your food into microscopic nutrients your body can actually use. The small intestine is packed with these enzymes, ready to break down fats, carbs, and proteins. But it doesn't stop there. Remember those folds we talked about? Well, they're covered in tiny, finger-like projections called villi. Imagine a shag carpet, but on a microscopic level. These villi increase the surface area of the small intestine, giving it more space to absorb nutrients. And here's the kicker. The small intestine handles a whopping 90% of nutrient absorption in your body. That's right, this seemingly simple tube is a powerhouse of digestion and absorption. Now, just like any good team, the small intestine has specialized players. It's divided into 3 major zones, each with a unique role to play in the digestive process. First up, we have the duodenum, the chemical lab of the small intestine. This is where bile from the liver and enzymes from the pancreas mix with the chyme, breaking down fats, carbs, and proteins. Next, we have the jejunum, the absorption expert. This section is all about soaking up those nutrients and sending them into the bloodstream. And finally, we have the ileum, the final sweep. The ileum makes sure we don't let any valuable nutrients go to waste, grabbing any leftovers, especially vitamin B12 and those important bile salts. So we know the small intestine is important, but could we survive without it? Well, the answer is, it's complicated. You see, the human body is incredibly resilient. People with severe diseases or injuries sometimes need to have their small intestine partially or completely removed. It's called short bowel syndrome. It's not easy, but these individuals can still live full lives. They rely on IV nutrition or surgical rerouting, which are both incredible feats of modern medicine. So, while it's possible to survive without a small intestine, life gets a whole lot more challenging, requiring constant medical support and a whole lot of courage. Get ready to have your mind blown because the small intestine is full of surprising facts. Did you know that the surface area of your small intestine, with all its folds and villi, is about the size of a tennis court? That's right. You've got a regulation-sized tennis court crammed into your gut, and each villus is covered in even smaller microvilli, forming what scientists call the brush border, because it literally looks like a microscopic hairbrush. Talk about attention to detail. All these folds and projections are there for a reason. They maximize the surface area for nutrient absorption. It's like turning a studio apartment into a spacious mansion, all the better to absorb those nutrients. Even superheroes have their weaknesses, and the small intestine is no exception. Just like any overworked organ, it can run into trouble. One common culprit is celiac disease, an autoimmune disorder where eating gluten triggers the body to attack the small intestine, damaging those all-important villi. Then there's SIBO, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, where bacteria decide to throw a party in your small intestine, leading to bloating, gas, and discomfort. And let's not forget about Crohn's disease, a chronic inflammatory bowel disease that can affect any part of the digestive tract, including the small intestine, causing pain, diarrhea, and weight loss. So how can we keep our small intestine in tip-top shape? It's all about making healthy choices that support its superhero work. First and foremost, eat whole, fiber-rich foods. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, they're like a spa day for your gut. And don't forget to feed the good bacteria in your gut with fermented foods like yogurt, sauerkraut, and kimchi. Limit those ultra-processed foods. They're like kryptonite to your small intestine. And if you're prescribed antibiotics, take them only as directed. While they're important for fighting infections, they can also wipe out the good bacteria in your gut. And finally, manage your stress. Stress can wreak havoc on your entire body, including your gut. So, find healthy ways to unwind, like yoga, meditation, or spending time in nature. Well, there you have it, a whirlwind tour of your amazing small intestine. From its impressive length to its vital role in digestion and absorption, this often overlooked organ is a true marvel of human biology. So next time you enjoy a delicious meal, take a moment to thank your small intestine, that incredible, hard-working hero hidden within. If you enjoyed this trip down the digestive tract, give it a like, smash that subscribe button, and ring the bell for more body-exploring adventures. And remember, be kind to your gut and it will be kind to you.